My belief is that it is, and because they occur again and again in mastabas and pyramids. And it does, and of course the hieroglyphs have been deciphered, so they can decode those. So, and from the Book of the Dead. I'm not an Egyptologist, but my understanding is that there is sufficient physical evidence in all the structures and literary evidence in the Book of the Dead to know that. Yes, yes.
Well, I read that when they found the Sphinx, they only found the head, but then wouldn't the pyramids like be partly buried in the other buildings?
I'm sorry, the Sphinx was covered with sand.
But wouldn't the other buildings be covered with sand if the Sphinx was?
No, but the height of the pyramids, 775 feet and so on, I don't think the pyramids were ever completely covered by sand.
Well, the upper part of it.
Yes, the lower part would be, but you could always see the tip. And when they excavated, of course, they've gone down to right to the bottom. But yes, the Sphinx was covered with sand and subsequently discovered.
A team from Canada went in with ground mapping radar and with precise measurements, and they have found out that these things are perfectly level.
Perfectly
level.
And they're also, oriented north, south, east, west.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And with the ground mapping, they were able to see some of the structures. But how did they have that kind of know-how to build something that would last thousands of years and not crack?
Oh, the angles? I think.
Well, the angles and the foundation. How did they know how to draw a foundation?
Yeah, because they don't have
sand.
They are built on sand. They did have water level tools, so they did have a way of knowing the horizontal. I mean, just like we do today.
But houses don't. I mean, leaning the Tower of Pisa.
Yes, subsidence.
Yeah.
But that's because the rock has subsided. And they did, yeah, I mean it is much later and did lean. But, and I think the perfection of the pyramids, that is what led to all those theories about UFOs and outer space and aliens, because yes, they have.
Well, one thing that was very, I don't know if you're going to talk about Ramses down in Aswan.
Yeah, I'll show that later.
Oh, are you? Okay, because I have.
Yes, that's very good.
Well, what I was going to say was the architecture at that time, before the dam had been built, when they first found it, they found that, I believe, that on Ramses' birthday, the sun
comes all the way
come all the way in
yes.
and light up the little icon.
Yes.
But when they moved it, they were not able to replicate and duplicate it, even with modern technology.
Correct.
So how they were, you were asking how they figured out the leveling, how they figured